Peace and blessings. This is the Black Light, aka Professor Soul School Phenomenal. Let me start this soul session of dropping the kind of knowledge you won't get in college and the kind of flavor that will save you by saying, all praise is due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and I can never thank him enough for raising up among us a leader, teacher, and guide, known as the messenger of Allah, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and all his student ministers in his various temples and mosques all over the world. I'm speaking to you from Temple number 1, Lost Foundation of Islam. And I'd like to give honors to his spiritual and blood brother, Supreme Minister John Muhammad. And I also like to give honors to some of these younger brothers, starting with Mastermind, Born Mastermind Allah, Born True Islam, Brother Wesley Muhammad, Tazadak Shaw Bey, Alim Bey, Rasul Muhammad, Ishmael Muhammad, and to our dearly departed, the mother of Ishmael and Rasul, I'd like to say that Sister Tanetta, the way she breaks down numerology is one of the deepest sisters that I ever was privileged to hear. I like the way she just breaks things down. So right now, that inspired me, Brother Blacklight, to do these videos. Some of these brothers inspired me to do these videos. I'm also a musician, but we're gonna break this down to you. I said in my previous videos that I was born into the nation, into the teachings of the Nation of Islam, when my mother was being inspired by my brother, her brother, to join the Nation of Islam back in 1946. That makes me 70 years old. I'm going to start up a Aboriginal Universal Supreme Council of the Elders. But I'm going to start off by reading this, the philosophy of Islamic law and the Orientals. And we're not going to reveal the author right now and where you can get it at till later. Now, there's been talk by the West about Sharia law, and I'm going to just read briefly about Sharia law. Islamic law is divinely ordained system, the will of God to be established on earth. It is called Sharia, or the right path. Quran and the Sunnah, traditions of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, are its two primary and original sources revealed by God, who alone knows what is absolutely good for humanity. The law is to be meticulously observed and interpreted in letter and spirit. As God is the perfect being, so is his law, perfect and for all times, with its own ethical norms and virtue and vice. Good and evil, it represents the standard of judgment for all human actions. It precedes the state and is not preceded by it. It controls the society and is not controlled by it. Both the state and society have ideally to conform to its dictates. Being the criterion of distinguish between right and wrong, and divine law cannot be exposed to the vagaries of human reason and has to be preserved in its ideal perfect form. Verily we have sent to thee the book in truth, that thou mayest judge between them as guided by God. Surah 4, 105. And those who do not judge by the light of what God has revealed are indeed rebels. Surah 5, 47. Are the Quranic verses which, in definite and unequivocal terms, enjoin upon us strict adherence to the law, all our affairs and every turn or movement in life. Period. Now, here in the West, the Constitution, you can tell, was made up in compliance with some of what Sharia law is about. Because it has balance. Although the Constitution was made up while we were slaves, or so-called slaves. I hate to use that word, slaves. But it's some of what the Constitution has in it is parallel to what's in Sharia law, in my interpretation. And the United States was never meant to be a debt nation, because they were using some of the Bible as criteria. And both in the Quran and in the Bible, they back each other up. But most people don't know how to read the Quran, and most people don't know how to read the Bible. That's why it was good that Master Farad Muhammad came and raised us up, raised the messenger up, to talk to the common man and woman, and to break it down in terms that we would understand. And so what I want to say to that is that The main pitfall in the West today is the fact that they make money out of thin air. This is what you should talk to your politicians about. Another pitfall is taxes. Remember, the early founders of this nation fought a war because of taxes, getting away from taxes that England was imposing on them. That's why they dressed up like Indians and poured tea in the Boston Harbor because of taxes. And we're gonna go. Later on, I'm gonna go into the Constitution, but I'm just setting up the basis for these series of soul sessions before you vote. You know, ask your politicians, ask your news people, why did we get off the gold standard? Why are we paying all these taxes? Why is the United States of America in debt? It is now a corporation, a plantation corporation. We're going to be coming at you with videos concerning some of these questions and answers. Also explaining the spiritual aspect of what these questions impose. You don't belong to the state. We don't belong to the state. The state don't belong to us. So, the state belongs to us. We don't belong to the state, but the state belongs to the common people. With that, I'm going to say peace and blessings. Stay tuned for the next series. I'm dropping these seeds on you. I'm dropping this soul power on you on a daily basis. And if you haven't understood me in the past, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to make it plain for you, where you can really understand where I'm coming from. So with that, I say peace.